Hey, um, Jacob's log, stardate 701, April 22nd, 2016. Chapter 2 is the worst. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Nothing happens in Chapter 2. You go to a place and you point at a bunch of guys and you click on them and they die. Um, it's really important that the gameplay is boring. I'm sorry. I know everybody wants. We all want to think that, like, the things that we love are 100% awesome. I love Spec Ops. The gameplay sucks. But it's like that on purpose. You have to understand that. The game is making you go out of its way to make you uncomfortable. To say, hey, not only could you have stopped playing this game whenever you wanted to, the game isn't fun. Why are you doing this to all these innocent people? You want to be a hero. That's why, you piece of crap. Anyways, to illustrate my point, in Chapter 2, the ending of Chapter 2, actually, um, this is literally the only thing of note, except for, like, at the beginning, they reinforced that this was supposed to be a recon mission, and that, um, what's his name? Conrad also abandoned his orders, and now Walker is doing that too. Um, it works out so well for the both of them. Absolutely fantastically. Anyways, at the end of chapter 2, when I talk about boring gameplay, you get to this part where you're in like an open kind of sandy area, and there's like one piece of cover here, and there's another piece of cover here, and you get behind your cover, and the enemies are inside this giant building that's like in front of you, and it's ruined, and there's glass, and it looks cool. But all you do is you have to wait. They force you to wait like 5 minutes for a sandstorm to come in and blow everything away. With boring, just point at the person and click. It's not fun, and there's no. A really important thing is that in Spec Ops, there really isn't much background music. That's something I noticed because, like, okay, they introduced the Radio Man in this chapter. I guess that's important. Um, but when you're in the middle of this fight, the music that the radio man is playing, it's way off in the background. You can barely hear it, and it's not as fun as when you were like in the little building where and the sound's blazing. But when you're in this new area, the sound's pretty much gone. And you can't even stand up when they're shooting at you because they're shooting so much. So you can't do anything. You just have to sit behind your cover and like occasionally pop up and shoot them, but there's an infinite number of them. And no matter how many you kill, there's always more, and it's not fun. It's me wasting time, and the game's like, yeah, you are wasting your time. This isn't your mission. That's what I mean by the game isn't fun. I don't know, I don't think there's a lot of moments like that, but that moment was definitely why am I playing this game? I could literally be playing Bloodborne right now. I have it in the other room. I want to play Bloodborne. The mechanics in Bloodborne, for example, just as a random example. Okay. So their their base enemy. Let's just say it's the dude with the axe and the fire in his hand. Dude with axe and fire in his hand is intimidating, no matter how high a level you are. I mean, I assume I'm not very far in the game, but it's an amazingly fun game. The gameplay is the best. So what'll happen is he'll attack you, and then you, as the person, have to dodge and move. So you're interacting with him, he's interacting with you, and there's a back and forth. It is a dance. It's an actual dance you play, and I think the only time I ever felt this way about a game was Punch Out. Punch Out's another really good mechanic based game. Um, but in Spec Ops, What do you do when you encounter an enemy? You stand behind the cover, wait for them to shoot, and then when they're done, you stand up and then you click at them. It's not. And this isn't like just a. I was gonna say point and click adventure. This isn't like just a cover based shooting thing. Like there are good cover based shooting. Mass Effect's pretty good. I'm not a cover based shooting guy, so I'm not an expert on the field. Hi Eric, what do you want?
That one could the heat thing, the waffle iron thing, when it's
Did you set the house on fire?
it's on here, isn't it?
Oh my god, just tell me what you want.
How do you tell when it's ready? It's all lights are off, right?
No, 3 minutes. You wait 3 minutes.
No,
Oh, when the lights turn off, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not editing this out. Where was I? In Spec Ops The Line, when you encounter an enemy, you get behind a wall and you wait for the enemy to pop up or stop shooting at you, and then you pop up and you shoot them. There's no back and forth. It's just sit and you wait. You sit and you wait and then you shoot. And then you move on to the next guy where you sit and you wait and you shoot. It's a waiting game. It's not a fun, it's not interactive. Like it's I know people use this a lot, but like imagine if a book made you, I don't know, kick a dolphin like every time you wanted to turn the page, something like that. Instead of that, it's the book is making you wait 5 minutes before you can go to the next paragraph. That's how boring the gameplay is. In Mass Effect, you can do these things and you can force people to come out of cover. So there's a way to avoid waiting, but you have to strategize, and it's really really cool. Spec Ops, you have your pet black and white people. Your white guy is a sniper. Your black guy throws grenades. Even though you can do that, there's no real reason to have a black guy other than I don't know. Anyways, but while it's really cool, there's no like, oh, I'm too tired to shoot the people now. I can't do it. You can make them do it whenever you want, which is a plus and a minus, I guess. But I don't want to get into it. Um, I'm sorry if I'm going on the Freudian man. Rating the combat, berating it um, a lot this chapter because this chapter was only combat. Um, I know like a lot of the game is combat, but there was like no plot progression. We found out that the 33rd may or may not be alive, and we didn't even find that out. We knew that a chapter ago when we found the guy dead recently, and the guy saying go to the nest. There was no notable quotes. If you want, at the beginning, you could talk about Adams talking to Walker about how this was supposed to be a recon mission. There's no like important quotes in that section. Okay, I've said my piece. The gameplay is bad. It's bad on purpose. Don't hang me. Um, okay, it's a good game. It's a smart game. It's a very very smart game. Like it has it's smart and it's really really bold to make a game where the game isn't fun on purpose. Okay, no, seriously, I'm gonna stop now, and I'm going to help my brother not burn down the house while he makes waffles. I'll be back in a little bit. Bye. See you in the future.